Hello, everybody. This is Granny. Today I'm going to tell you about the third leg of our trip. In 1914, residents in Ellensburg needed a way to get across the river in order to go east. Their first method was a small car ferry that only carried 2 cars. But after several cars were lost in the river, some with people still inside, they decided to build a bridge. So in 1927, they built the first Vantage Bridge. In 1960, it was decided to build Wanapum Dam. The new dam was going to raise the level of the river, and so they had to move the town of Vantage. They also had to build a new bridge in 1962 that was above the level of the river. The new bridge was built 70 feet above the level of the water so that boats could go underneath. Before the town of Vantage, or either of the bridges, the Wanapum Indians lived along this river. They were a tribe of prehistoric Native Americans. One of the stops that I would suggest making when you go through Vantage is to stop at the Ginkgo Petrified Forest. We didn't stop there today, but I have some pictures from 10 years ago. At the Interpretive Center, you can see examples of petrified logs, plus you can also see the petroglyphs that were left by the Indians and were moved here to save them when the dam was built. After a nice break, we headed back to the highway. If you're ever driving through this area, please be careful with your lit cigarettes. Right after we got home, we heard that there had been a fire up here and about 1,000 acres were burned. Somebody was careless with the barbecue.
Can you just imagine what the pioneers thought when they were coming across the prairie and they saw that mountain looming up ahead of them?
There you go, right.
We're still quite a distance from the mountain where we are driving here, and I imagine the pioneers had probably seen that mountain up ahead of them for weeks, if not months. We're kind of up on the hill now, and the scenery is starting to change already. We stopped at Thorp's on our way to eastern Washington, but this time we're going to the town of Thorp. Thorp is a small, quiet farming community with a population of less than 300. It was named after Field and Mortimer Thorp. He was the first white settler in Kittitas County. Today we're going to visit the grist mill that was built in 1883. This little building was a dry goods store in 1895 and was the first store in Thorp. Now it's owned by a printing company. In 1878, James Mills came to town. He walked from the Puget Sound, which was about 100 miles, and he saw great possibilities for Kittitas Valley. He built a sawmill, and then he also built this grist mill by diverting the waters from Yakima River. The mill has been lovingly restored and maintained by the local historical society, and it's used for local gatherings. But if you visit there, you can take a self-guided tour and walk around the building and look at all the signs and learn the history of the place. And if you're interested in such things, Thorp is also supposed to have a cemetery that's supposed to be haunted by an Indian woman who was hung by person or persons unknown. The cemetery is on a list of Washington's haunted places, but if you go there, please be respectful. After leaving Thorp, we decided not to jump back on the freeway and just take some side roads.
Well, it needs the grass. Couldn't get any better than
This is part of the wind and solar farm. This hill is also known for its beautiful wildflowers, and we saw quite a few.
Very pretty purple flowers.
Kittitas County is also known for its quilt barns. Here's one here. This looks like a good place to jump back on the freeway. Or maybe not. Here we are back at Ketchulus Lake. The mountains and the tall trees are back. Almost home. Well, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.